Blueface got stabbed on camera in jail. The footage is everywhere, and fans are in shock. His mother has been begging for prayers, fearing for his life since his arrest in January 2024. Now, with rumors flying and social media exploding, the big question remains: what really happened behind those prison walls? Let's break it all down. Blueface got stabbed on camera in jail. Blueface got into a fight in jail, that much is true. But the internet went crazy with rumors that he got stabbed on camera. Social media ran with it. YouTube videos popped up saying he was in serious danger. Fans were left confused. Some people even thought he might not make it. But the truth, it was just a fight, no stabbing. And just like that, the internet did what it does best: blow things way out of proportion. Blueface gets into a fight, and suddenly people think he's on his last breath. His mom, Carlissa Saffold, isn't taking it lightly either. She's been loud about wanting her son out early, constantly posting and asking for help. She already had enough to worry about, and now this fight news drops. You can guess how she reacted. Whack 100 had to step in again. During an Instagram live, he confirmed that Blueface got into a fight. He didn't give many details, but he made one thing clear: the rapper is all right. He even told Blueface's mom himself, and she lost it. Understandable. But Whack says there's no reason to panic. He's keeping an eye on Blueface. And besides, the guy knows how to throw hands. Then there's Blueface's brother, Dre, stirring the pot. He added fuel to the rumors by saying his brother got stabbed. Whack shut that down fast. He made it sound like just another Tuesday in lockup, and maybe it is. And just when things couldn't get any wilder, Blueface pops up with new face tattoos. A picture of him behind bars started making the rounds, showing fresh ink on his face. One of them, right on his forehead, looks just like the YSL logo. Now people are wondering why. Whack 100 had an answer for that too. In a new TMZ report, he said Blueface isn't being forced to get these tattoos. Instead, he called it social experimentation, whatever that means. He also mentioned that one of his friends, who's serving a life sentence, has been looking out for Blueface. According to Whack, the rapper has some gang members backing him up, so he's not exactly alone in there. But there's a catch. These new face tats have landed. Blueface in a level 3 facility. That means stricter conditions, a rougher environment, and a whole new set of challenges. And just like that, the internet had a new reason to roast Blueface. The fight rumors weren't even cold yet when a video of him with fresh face tattoos went viral. People had jokes. Some called him a walking coloring book. Others took it further. One tweet said, "Done turned his face into a high school bathroom stall." Another straight up wrote, "Please don't ever free this nigga." The reactions weren't kind, but Blueface didn't seem to care. His mom, Carlissa, though, she wasn't laughing. She was already furious about his choices, but this was the final straw. She sent him a message that wasn't sugar-coated at all. "Your kids are suffering. Javon's confidence has fallen, and you play arts and crafts on your face is diabolical. Your half a father wasn't as sad as you are right now. You better start praying and pull yourself together." She wasn't done. She made it clear he had real responsibilities waiting for him. "You have to feed these kids until they graduate college. Get your S*** together, lil boy." And that's on MF period. But the real question is, are these tattoos really his choice, or is something else going on behind those bars? A new audio clip started making the rounds. It's from a guy who claims he shared a cell with Blueface for 8 months in LA County Jail. And according to him, things weren't looking good. "He was over here all stressed, crying on the phone," the inmate said. "Homeboy wouldn't come out for showers. He was just like on some dirtbag S***T. He like shaved his head. He went to prison and had a bunch of pimples on his face. I'm like, damn, wash your face, gang." That's a way different picture than what Whack 100 has been painting. If this inmate is telling the truth, Blueface wasn't just chilling and experimenting with tattoos. He was breaking down, skipping showers, and isolating himself. Of course, his mom had something to say. She jumped in fast, shutting down at least one part of the story. He suffered from acne since high school. He uses very good products and has to have his sheets washed regularly with gentle soaps. "I'm sure his environment is causing his skin issues." That was her response. She didn't address the stress, the phone calls, or the shaved head, just the acne. So now the story keeps twisting. Is Blueface really in control of his choices, or is jail life getting to him more than he's letting on? And just when it seemed like Blueface was spiraling, he came forward with an update. In August 2024, he spoke out and made it clear he's not miserable. In fact, he's treating prison like a break from the chaos of his old life. That's a lot sooner than people expected. Instead of sitting in a cell counting the days, Blueface says he's been keeping himself entertained, snacks, TV, and whatever else passes the time. And apparently he's been hitting the prison diet hard. He says he's gained weight and is feeling stronger. For someone locked up on a 4-year sentence, he sounds way too relaxed. This is the same guy who was accused of breaking down, skipping showers, and stressing out just a few months ago. Now, he's cracking jokes about getting swole and watching talk shows. Not everyone is buying Blueface's version of his jail time. While he's acting like it's a much-needed break, the internet has its own take. And as always, Reddit had plenty to say. One user threw in some sarcasm. Oh no, all the potential years of great Blueface music we're gonna miss. Clearly they weren't exactly heartbroken over his absence from the rap scene. Another person looked at the bigger picture. Poor kid though, both MF parents getting locked. That's probably the most serious point in all of this. Blueface's son, Javon, is growing up with both his mom and dad in jail. No amount of face tattoos or talk show marathons changes that. But the wildest part, people really don't seem to care if he gets out or not. He might be the one rapper that I've seen nobody say free him or let him out or anything. That says a lot. Usually when a rapper gets locked up, fans flood social media with support. They start petitions, spam free him under every post, and act like the world can't go on without them. But with Blueface, silence. Then there's the money question. I've always wondered how these rappers can afford the legal fees being constantly in and out of jail. It's a fair point. Lawyers aren't cheap. And Blueface hasn't exactly been dropping hit after hit lately. With all the drama, the court battles, and now his prison stay, people are starting to wonder, how long can he keep this up before the money runs out? So while the whole jail stabbing rumor turned out to be false, there was a time when Blueface actually got stabbed. Back in August 2023, things got real at Kaminsky Boxing Gym in Los Angeles. He was there training for a fight when some random guy walked in, and things escalated fast. Blueface later confirmed the incident himself, posting on his Instagram story, "I won't be able to fight October 14th. I was stabbed today by some random guy. Won't heal up in time." Security footage caught the buildup. A man in a white tank top and jeans came in and started arguing with Blueface. His trainer, David Kaminsky, tried to defuse the situation, but it didn't work. Blueface, still in boxing gloves, threw punches. That's when the guy pulled something out and the footage cut off. Kaminsky later told TMZ that the man had walked in shouting, "I'm gonna kill you." It all went downhill from there. The attacker stabbed Blueface in the leg before running off. LAPD showed up, took a report, and paramedics rushed Blueface to the hospital. It didn't take long for the police to find the suspect. A 36-year-old named Brandon Henry Snell turned himself in the next day. He was charged with felony assault with a deadly weapon but got out after posting bond. Blueface later shared a video from his hospital bed talking to his son. He kept it short. "Hurts really bad," he said, pointing at his bandaged leg. But here's where things took a strange turn. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office decided to drop the case. They said Blueface refused to cooperate. He didn't want to provide ID, get medical treatment, or answer any questions at the scene. Even Kaminsky, the gym owner who called the cops, wasn't willing to help. The legal documents said the suspect admitted to pulling out a switchblade, but claimed it was self-defense. He told police he went to the gym to talk to Blueface about his ex-fiancée and pulled the knife because he felt threatened after getting punched. Since the footage didn't clearly show the stabbing and Blueface wouldn't testify, the DA tossed the case. It's a long fall from when he was an up-and-coming rap star. Back in 2019, he told The Times, "Everybody's waiting on the downfall of artists. I've got everybody waiting on me right now, but I ain't going nowhere." People had a lot to say about the stabbing incident, and Quora wasn't any different. One user summed it up perfectly. "Bringing a knife to a fist fight is the most stupid thing you can do. If you brandish said weapon, you most likely will go to jail. Not a good idea." But while the internet was busy debating knife fights and bad decisions, Blueface was still handling business, even from behind bars. Somehow he managed to oversee the soft launch of his King of Crabs seafood shack while sitting in prison. That's right. While locked up, he was making moves in the restaurant game. And according to sources, this is just the beginning. While Blueface managed to dodge serious consequences from the actual stabbing incident, his growing list of legal troubles soon caught up with him, painting a much darker picture of his future. Blueface's ongoing legal issues. In 2022, he found himself in the middle of another serious case. This time it was in Las Vegas. Blueface was arrested and charged with attempted murder after a shooting outside a strip club. The details were wild. According to reports, the incident happened in October 2022 outside Euphoric Gentlemen's Club. Surveillance footage showed Blueface and his crew standing outside when a truck pulled up. The driver, later identified as the victim, allegedly made a comment about Blueface talking to some women inside the club. Whatever was said, it didn't sit right. Moments later, shots rang out. The victim sped off but later told police he had been shot at by Blueface. He claimed he was simply making a joke and had no idea things would turn violent. It didn't take long for authorities to catch up with Blueface. In November 2022, undercover officers arrested him outside Lolo's Chicken and Waffles in Vegas. He was hit with multiple charges, including attempted murder with a deadly weapon and discharging a firearm at an occupied structure. But here's where things took a turn. The case didn't go to trial right away. Instead, Blueface took a plea deal. In October 2023, he pleaded guilty to battery and discharging a firearm. The more serious attempted murder charge was dropped. He avoided major prison time and was sentenced to probation and community service. That should have been his chance to turn things around, but instead, he ended up right back in trouble. In August 2024, A judge sentenced him to 4 years in prison after he violated the terms of his probation. The sentence came nearly 7 months after he was taken into custody on January 12th for breaking the conditions tied to a 2021 assault case. That case involved a brutal attack on a club bouncer in Los Angeles. Security footage showed Blueface and 2 other men stomping, kicking, and punching the doorman. One of them even stole the victim's chain, adding a felony robbery charge to the mix. Even with a 4-year sentence, some sources claim he won't be locked up that long. He'll be home in 10 months, one insider told Hollywood Unlocked, saying he got credit for time already served. His mother, Carlissa Harvey, confirmed the news in an emotional Instagram video. "I seen all the prayers and I thank y'all so much," she told her followers. "I don't want y'all to think that God didn't show up today. He did. And if you was in the courtroom, you heard Jonathan take accountability. You heard Jonathan sound like Jonathan. He's in his right frame of mind. We didn't get the verdict that we wanted today, but we got some closure and new beginnings." She stayed hopeful, adding, "We're all hopeful for this to go by smooth and quickly." Meanwhile, Blueface hasn't exactly been struggling behind bars. Reports say he's been kept out of the general inmate population in the administrative segregation area. He's allowed out of his cell for 7 hours daily to attend religious services or educational classes. He can also use a rooftop yard to talk to his family or lawyer. When he's not doing that, he has access to a TV in a shared unit and can visit the library. Showers are allowed every other day except on court days, when inmates can bathe that morning. This latest sentence complicates things even more for Blueface. Just last year, in October 2023, he pleaded guilty to charges from a shooting outside a Las Vegas strip club. He was sentenced to probation, with the possibility of serving between 26 to 60 months in prison if he violated the terms. Now that he's back behind bars, it's unclear what will happen with that case. His lawyer, Christina Wildeveld, had a different vision for his future. After his guilty plea in 2023, she told In Touch that Blueface wanted to focus on his music career. He is ultimately just looking forward to getting back to focusing on his music career and moving forward with his life. That plan didn't last long. Now, instead of being in the studio, he's sitting in a cell. Whether he actually gets out in 10 months or serves the full sentence, one thing is clear. His career has taken a back seat to his legal troubles once again. And behind all these courtroom dramas and prison sentences lies a deeper connection that has defined both his music and his life from the very beginning. Blueface's links to gangs and criminals. Blueface's rise to fame wasn't just about music. His ties to the schoolyard Crips played a huge role in shaping his image and career. Growing up in mid-city Los Angeles, he moved around a lot. He went to different schools before settling in the San Fernando Valley, where he became the starting quarterback for Arleta High School. In 2014, he led the team to a league championship, but after a short stint in college football, he returned to LA. That's when he got involved with the schoolyard Crips. This gang has been around since the early 1980s. Based in the mid-city area of South Los Angeles, they have over 200 active members. Their territory stretches around Longwood Avenue, between Crenshaw Boulevard and Venice Boulevard. Blueface didn't just claim affiliation, he made it part of his identity. By January 2018, he had stepped into the rap game, calling himself Blueface Bleed'em. The name itself was a nod to his gang ties, his lyrics, his style, even the way he carried himself. It all reflected his background. He wasn't just another rapper from LA, he was someone who lived the life he rapped about. But that connection came with consequences. His legal troubles, public fights, and even the way people perceived him were all shaped by his affiliation. Some saw him as just another gang-affiliated rapper, while others believed he was using the image to boost his career. Either way, it was impossible to separate Blueface the artist from Blueface the gang member. Blueface's ties to the schoolyard Crips didn't just shape his personal life, they influenced his entire career. But he's far from the only rapper with deep gang connections. In the music industry, affiliations like his are more common than people think. Hip-hop and gang culture have always been connected. Some of the biggest names in rap have clear ties to the streets. Snoop Dogg has long been associated with the Crips. The game is known for his Bloods affiliation. Even newer artists like YG and Cardi B openly rep their sets in their music. For Blueface, his connection to the schoolyard Crips became part of his identity. It wasn't just in his lyrics, it was in the way he moved, the way he spoke, and the people he surrounded himself with. That authenticity helped him gain a loyal fan base, but it also brought trouble. Being tied to a gang means being part of a world where beefs can turn deadly. Many rappers have lost their lives to street violence. Nipsey Hussle, another Crip-affiliated rapper from LA, was killed outside his own store. Pop Smoke, who had gang ties, was shot in a home invasion. Even artists who stay out of direct conflicts find themselves under extra police surveillance because of their backgrounds. Blueface has managed to avoid the worst outcomes, but his gang connections have played a role in his legal troubles. When you're linked to a known street organization, the law watches you closer. Every incident gets magnified. Every fight, every arrest, every social media post adds to the narrative. But despite the risks, gang-affiliated rappers still work together. Blueface's Thotiana remix featured Cardi B and YG, two Bloods rapping alongside a Crip. It shows how music can blur the lines even when the streets don't. Blueface's journey to fame was anything but ordinary. From football to rap, from viral success to legal troubles, his life has been a whirlwind. But it all started long before the fame. Born Jonathan Jamal Porter on January 20th, 1997 in Los Angeles, he spent his early years moving between different places. He lived with his mother in Santa Clarita Valley before relocating to Oakland to be with his father. Eventually, he settled in the San Fernando Valley, where his love for football took off. At Arleta High School, he wasn't just another player. After a growth spurt during his sophomore year, he stood at 6 feet 4 inches and became the starting quarterback. By 2014, he had thrown for 1,724 yards and 21 touchdowns, leading his team to an East Valley League championship. His talent earned him a spot at Fayetteville State University, but college football didn't last long. By 2016, he had dropped out and returned to Los Angeles. That was when everything changed. Blueface didn't set out to be a rapper. In 2017, he was at his friend Laudiano's studio, just trying to grab a phone charger. Someone challenged him to rap over a beat, and that moment sparked his career. He started recording under the name Blueface Bleed 'Em, a clear nod to his ties with the schoolyard Crips. His first song, Deadlocks, gained traction on SoundCloud. By June 2018, he had released his first full-length project, Famous Crip. Then in September, his second EP, Too Kachi, dropped. These projects helped him build a loyal following in California, but it was his music video for Respect My Crippin' that took him to another level. The song went viral, not because of industry backing, but because of memes. Twitter users turned his unique offbeat flow into a joke, but the attention only made him more famous. His other songs, Thotiana and Next Big Thing, started blowing up too. Blueface knew how to keep his momentum going. He ran an Instagram contest, letting fans vote on which high school he should visit. Pasadena High School won, and the move boosted his following even more. By November 2018, he signed a deal with Cash Money West and started working with big names like Drake and Quavo. Then came Bleed It. A preview video of him rapping acoustically with Einer Banks went viral. 2 days later, he dropped the official song with a Lyrical Lemonade music video. It hit over 2 million views in 24 hours. In January 2019, Thotiana hit the Billboard Hot 100, landing at number 75. It became his breakout hit. He released 2 remixes, one with YG and another with Cardi B. The remixes had separate music videos, and later, a combined version with all 3 rappers was released. That same year, he was selected for XXL's freshman class as the fan-voted 11th entrant. August 2019 brought Dirtbag, an EP featuring The Game, Offset, Lil Pump, Mozzie, and Rich the Kid. His single Daddy with Rich the Kid charted at number 78 on the Billboard Hot 100, while Stop Cappin' with The Game peaked at number 15 on the Bubbling Under Hot 100. The project itself reached number 48 on the Billboard 200. In October 2019, he announced his debut studio album, Find the Beat. It was supposed to drop in December, but got delayed due to trademark issues. A second release date was set for January 2020, but that got pushed back too. Finally, on March 13th, 2020, the album was released. It had features from Jeremy, Gunna, DaBaby, NLE Choppa, Polo G, and more. Lil Uzi Vert even reached out privately telling Blueface, album fi, and offering to collaborate. While balancing music, Blueface dabbled in business. In 2021, he opened Blues Fish and Soul, a soul food restaurant in Santa Clarita, California. But music wasn't his only side hustle. That same year, he stepped into boxing. He signed with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and made his debut against TikToker Kane Trujillo at BKFC 19. Blueface won by unanimous decision. In 2022, he was supposed to fight FaZe Temperor and later Swaggy P, but both matches were canceled due to legal and licensing issues. In April 2023, he finally fought again, this time against TikToker Ed Matthews in London. He won by technical knockout in the 5th round. Through all this, Blueface never lost his signature style. His offbeat flow, compared to rappers like E40 and Sugar Free, set him apart. He once said he writes to the beat, letting the instrumental guide him. It worked for him. Even with critics dismissing his projects, fans kept listening. For years, Whack 100 kept Blueface in the spotlight. No matter what happened, Legal troubles, public scandals, or fading music success, Wack made sure his name stayed relevant. But now, with Blueface behind bars, things are different. The music industry moves fast, rappers come and go, and attention spans are shorter than ever. Blueface once had viral moments, a hit song, and a reality show that kept people talking. But without him actively stirring things up, will people still care? Wack can only control the narrative for so long before the industry moves on to the next big thing. Blueface's biggest challenge won't just be getting out of prison. It will be proving that he still matters. The world that made him famous isn't the same anymore. New artists have taken over. Social media is pushing different trends. Even the rap game has shifted, with new faces dominating the charts. When Blueface walks free, he won't just need a comeback, he'll need a complete reinvention. The question is, does he have what it takes to make that happen? Or will he be another name people remember for the drama instead of the music? Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, check out the suggested content on your screen by clicking one of the cards displayed.